essential chemical in order to treat your plant or to treat your water. You can as well use this in order to treat your water. And this is an seashell too, as well, as I told you. And this is the limestone. As you can see, both of them are crushed. This is the limestone, and the works of the same level. So this one today is going to Port Harcourt. So I'm sending this one to Port Harcourt, but it's going with a digital thermometer. So I'll be taking you through how I'll be sending this oyster shell and a digital thermometer to Port Harcourt. And I'm sending a digital thermometer to Akure today. So all that you will see on this video, how it does it. So why do you need a digital thermometer? You need a digital thermometer because of, one, to control the atmosphere temperature and your water temperature, in case, because presently we are in the cold season, that means the rainy season, your fishes, the adaptation of eating goes lower. So this will let you control when and how you will be feeding your fish. Like most people do ask me question that when should I feed my fish at this particular time. So you will know that by the time you have that thermometer, you can test to gauge the percentage of the condition of the temperature, so that this will allow you to know when to feed your fishes. It is important to know the temperature of the water for feeding, not atmospheric condition. That is for fries. If you are looking for the atmosphere temperature, that is low for you to work on your fries. But if you are doing grow out, it's very good to know the temperature of your water. So when your temperature of your water ranges from 26 to 30% centigrade, that tells you that your fishes will eat very well. So then you feed them to know if there's a problem or not, because that is where people are getting it wrong. Sometimes you'll be feeding your fishes are not eating. You just thought because the temperature is cold, that's why they are not eating. So it doesn't happen like that. Sometimes it's not all about the temperature. They may be infected, or the fishes you are giving them is not palatable enough for them to consume, to rush. Or two, there may be any kind of a disease outbreak that have been attacking them because you don't know what is wrong, because there are a lot of factors now that surrounded them. So since you can't pick up a certain factors, these will really affect the feeding frequency of your fishes. And if you are following me on my WhatsApp page, I am talking about your feeding frequency, your feeding conversion efficiency. I'm talking about the feeding conversion ratio. But the principle of those terminology is what we call your feeding conversion efficiency. That means the efficiency, how palatable is this feed for your fishes to even pick first before they can convert it to their body tissues. So this is what I'm trying to drive in out here. This will help you. Even this is another source of you of getting it balanced so that your fishes can eat well. Because one, if your water of your fishes is too acidic or too alkaline, the fishes will not eat as requested. Since you have this, make sure that you test your pH. Once you test your pH, use your thermometer, test if they are not eating now, because prevention is better than cure. So if they are not eating now, use your thermometer to test the water temperature, the atmospheric temperature. If this is balanced, then you will know that there's a problem with the fishes. It may be an infection, so that immediately you have to medicate them. That means to medicate them. That means you are preventing them now, so that the disease will not affect them and they will start dropping. So these are other measures for you to control all these, so that your fishes can do well and can give you more results. Because if you are feeding your fishes, by the time your fishes mix a meal of feed, like if they are to feed on 1 kilo per meal and they are feeding on 200 grams per meal, that 700 grams per meal will affect them. So for you not to allow this to affect your fishes, these kind of factors, substitutes, are what you need in order to really checkmate what is really happening to your fishes. I'm just giving you a little tutelage on this, because many people ask me a lot of questions which sometimes I may not be able to answer all the questions, because most of these questions I've made it a tutor on most of my social media handles. So this again, I just made this, and if I'm getting the thermometer, I will let you see how the digital thermometer works, and how to use it, and how to know how to prevent your fishes from eating or not eating, especially this time we are in at the rainy season we are in at present. And let me give you an instance. Most people that are nonchalant in getting guides, in getting all the parameters in order to make sure that their fishes are doing well or not, are those people that invested a lot of money in catfish business. Some people invested nothing less than 600 million, 200 million into catfish business, and they are nonchalant enough. Maybe they already have a manager that they called a fishery a graduate. Let me just say that. So they call them an expert. So they are nonchalant enough to enhance to information, to good information. So they made all they do in a nonchalant way, regarding that the manager in the farm should be there to take care of all the process. Let me give you an instance. The manager, if you go to any fish of, if you have a PhD in fisheries, that doesn't make you know anything about fisheries. If you want to really know about fisheries, you gather through your creativity, you gather through your years of experience. So you understand, most of them may not have that. Some may just be graduated in school, have just 1-2 years of experience in fishery, maybe in one farm or the other, but they have not encountered what we call the experience. We are starting from the scratch, started with every kind of possible means to make sure that we get things right in our farm. So in anything I'm telling you, I'm giving an in-depth understanding on how to make sure that you get things right in your farm. Today is the 22nd of July 2021. We are taking these seashells to the city of Port Harcourt. So in here, as you can see from the gate, we are sending 30 kilo. A means of checking your temperature, the water temperature, especially when we are in the rainy season, so that you could know what is the cause of your fish not feeding well or not. So in here is the atmospheric, that means the weather temperature of this car. Now this is what it's telling us now. So what I will do now is that if I want to know the for the water, the atmosphere of the water, I will have to put some water here. So as you can see that it's telling me I have 34.1. So by the time I insert this into the water, you can see it's reducing. So I've gone to 30, 29, 28, 27. So it ranges from 27.8 to 20, yeah, 27.8 to 27.9. So what this implies is that if you are even having your fryers, maybe you want to do your hatchery, so you still have the parameters of like 26 to 30 degrees centigrade. So this now tells me that this water level, now if I put my hand inside this water level, if your fish is inside this water level and they are not feeding well, that means their response to feed is low as before. Maybe before they are consuming in a meal, they are consuming a 1 kilo, and at present they are now consuming 500 grams. Now, since you have checked the temperature, now we know that it's not the weather that is causing it. Maybe there's a kind of infection, maybe there's a kind of congestion, maybe there's kind of pollution that is causing any kind of infection to them, that is affecting them from eating. That means it's affecting their feeding efficiency. So that is the essence of you having this in your farm in order to control it. If you have a very big farm, fine, you can get the very big one that can monitor it yourself, like those people that are using the circulatory system. If you are using the circulatory system, the system is inclusive into the line, the circulatory line, that you can dictate if your water temperature is running well or not. So you can see the way I experiment it for you. So by the time you now feed, because the it's saying I have 27.8. Since I'm having 27.8, that means the water temperature level is still adequate, is still okay. So if I'm feeding my fish and they are not consuming the food the way they should consume it, they are not active the way it should be active, now it's telling me that there's something wrong with the fishes. So as I told you earlier, the first medication you need for that is that change your water and medicate them with salt bait or use better leaf if you can't access any kind of aquatic drugs around you. So this one today will be going to Port Harcourt. So I will take you through if I'm sending the other one to Akure. Thank you very much. My name is still remember Odutola DTM. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube page. Always, as you are watching the YouTube page, subscribe to it, because in here you'll be having that means you'll be having information that are very, very scarce in catfish farming. You'll be having information that are valued, and what is valued is what can give you what you deserve in catfish farming. So you're having the solid information here on Catfish Solution. Please make sure that you subscribe, you follow me, make sure that you get all my ebooks and e-video on catfish farming. If you are a newbie or you are inside the system and you are failing, I have a lot of e-books and e-video that can guide you through. Make sure you do that, and make sure that you subscribe to my mentorship program, online mentorship program. This has a series of online mentorship program, and it is charged. It's not free of charge. Make sure that you contact me on my WhatsApp line and ask me if you are interested in that too as well. So thank you very much, and I will be giving you more information as we proceed.